So today's video is not coming from the usual place. I normally record in my office in China, but today I'm back in Scotland, in the wee village where I grew up. I've actually left China. I was teaching IELTS there at a university, and it's so polluted and so dirty. I like China okay, but it was not a good place to live, to be honest. So now I'm back in Scotland and I'm out walking. As you can tell from my hat and my jacket, it is freezing cold here. And it's a really beautiful place. You don't appreciate that when you grow up someplace, but this is absolutely beautiful. And I really love being out in the countryside, walking about. So I thought I'd introduce today's video in a little different way and just show you a little bit of where I come from. And that introduces the topic of today's lesson, which is the countryside. Of course, the one not so great thing about Scotland is the weather. It is cold, it is icy, and right now it's even starting to rain. Oh well, it's still a lovely place to be. Here is our cue card for today. So you've seen me walking in the countryside. Well, that is the topic of this IELTS Part 2 question. Describe an area of countryside you know and like. So the countryside I'm going to talk about is the area nearby my parents' house. It's actually where I grew up. There are lots of farms and fields and forests. There's loads of wildlife. Every time I go for a walk, I see deer, hawks, and other birds of prey like buzzards. There's sheep and cows and other farm animals. I like hiking. There are many places you can walk. In Scotland, we have the Right of Way Act, meaning you can pretty much walk wherever you want. And there are loads of paths, loads of little dirt roads you can walk about. You can even walk around the fields and farms if you're careful not to disturb anything too much. Why do I like it so much? Oh, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful here. I love the fresh air. I love the wildlife. I love the friendly people. I love the exercise. There's so much here that is just absolutely wonderful. So now that I'm back in the warmth of the house, I would like to add a few notes to my video. So I gave my answer when I was out walking there. It was raining, it was cold. It wasn't the perfect answer, but it was pretty good. You'll notice I paused a little too much. You should try not do that in your IELTS exam. My excuse is that I was walking along a very icy road. There were a lot of puddles with ice. I didn't want to slip and fall. Although I did get very wet and got some icy, muddy water in my boots. At the end, I repeated myself quite a bit and said, I love, I love, I love. The generally isn't a good idea for IELTS, but you can repeat for effect in English, and that was what I was trying to do. But it would probably be best to rephrase that a different way. So this video has been a little different from my usual, but I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll be trying to make more videos in the days and weeks to come. Now that I'm back home in Scotland, it's easier to get online and upload than it was in China. Of course, in China it's very difficult to use YouTube, and I have a bit more free time now. Alright, stay tuned. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.